Hey everybody, Oko here. Welcome back to our playthrough of Final Fantasy XI. We're starting things off here in Windurst as a ranger today. We're going to be doing some more, looking at a few of the other little job classes that we haven't gotten around to playing around with so much. So I thought we'd do ranger for a change, and we're wearing the base relic set that we got from Dynamis. I'm going to be trying to use my bow as much as I can, so we have the Artemis bow equipped for now. Along with some wooden arrows, but I have other arrows as well that I picked up just from the auction house that we'll use as we run out, because I'm going to be spamming the arrows to try and bring the what is it, marksmanship or I guess archery skill up. And then we just got the Blizzard brand just for the hell of it, because I'm actually going to be keeping my distance from the monsters and trying to play more of a distance fighter for this episode, since that's what Ranger is all about. And I just put on this altruistic cape to help out with some of the white magic we have as a sub-job paladin. And the defending ring. And I picked this up somewhere. This is amazing. Look at this. Minus 30% damage of a latent effect, physical damage. I'm not sure why it's latent effect, but for a ranger, I don't know where I picked that up from, but I thought, well, what the hell, put that on. Give us a little extra protection. I just don't have anything better to put on my neck or arm, so I just put on the Kate Sith guard and the Bandolero scarf. Now we want to start looking for the artifact armor for our ranger, so that starts here. I'll just turn all three of these on for now. Alright, the first thing we want to do though is talk to our old friend Perry Vashai. I see, my child, you have heard of this new trust initiative. If it's a scroll you seek, then I bid you talk to Mag. Regardless of her true name, I still refer to her as Shazari Zed. Shazari Z, out of respect and a sense of gratitude. Yeah, we've gotten this message before, and this is not the one we want, I think. She was, maybe it is the one. Yeah, she was a sin hunter through and through. As a bearer of the Fang, she submits herself wholly to the laws of nature. Those same laws now guide you, giving you the answer to one of the many questions burning in your mind. Well, would you look who it is? Tell me. How have you been treating yourself? I told you where I was going before I left, didn't I? Upon returning to the motherland, I confessed everything to the queen. I've never been good with words, so I spoke from the heart, telling her exactly what transpired. When faced with the emptiness, I fought, proving what true justice is. I stopped being a sin hunter, but continued mentoring my younger sisters, and have traveled throughout Vana'diel. But there is one thing that piqued my interest. I see you have a Windurst trust permit. I have come to speak with Perry Vashai about that very matter. Mildorian said to me, I need your help to deal with the emptiness. I am not blind. My prowess is needed by many. But who can ensure that my alter ego will not be a sin in and of itself? The Motherland's leaders are in constant debate about what this new magic can mean for our people. Does it abide by the natural order of things? If the alter ego causes a sin, then who is the hunter supposed to track down? Of course, the Queen's stance on these issues is as fickle as a newborn babe. But the prevailing opinion is that trust magic is permissible, so long as it does not violate the natural order, and is undertaken by one who is not apt to cause sin. As such, I received a scroll, and am tasked with finding someone from among the sin hunters to engage in the ritual. The reason the scroll found its way to me is because I managed to convince Shikari Y that Perry Vashai would be more worthy than anyone else. She knows how to respect the laws of nature, and is as uniquely a person to sin as anyone I know. Yet, for some reason, she refuses. The natural way of things is not for us to decide. The sky and land have that responsibility. So she elected to wait until she received a sign from above. What is this smell? It smells of change, carried by the western wind. Is something about to... Could it be? No, not this time. Something magical is in the air. Memories of my past have come waiting on the breeze. Wafting on the breeze. Memories of my past have come wafting on the breeze. It smells of wyverns. It smells of Boneyard Gully. No, I cannot forget where we first fought and where I first fell. You went from being a passerby on my life's road to something much greater. And there are other scents, too. I picture an open expanse of salt water. With each breath I take, it reminds me of Babiki Bay. Our fights and struggles were noble. We aimed to protect all we held dear. Trust, justice, courage, and hope. Are these not the qualities required by the trust ritual? If they are, then we shall surely be successful. And there are other scents too, the fragrance peculiar to Mora's port. My journeys with you taught me about the unspoken rules of the land, and I learned of the place my mother's words were meant to guide me to. If my alter ego can help you, then it is not for me to question whether or not the process itself is a sin. The pristine scents from the sky now tell me of another beautiful time. The sweet sensation of victory when we vanquished the keeper of the apocalypse. Ah, what I wouldn't give for us to gather again, exchanging tales over some blackened, muddy Cyrodians. Oko, can you not hear the voice of nature? I can hear it speaking to me. It bids me accompany you once more. I pledge to follow you to the last and to guard you with all my strength. May your journey always be filled with excitement. Wow, so there we go. Shikari's a trust. Wow, that's not even what I was expecting. I don't know where that came from. I guess we did a certain amount of other quests or something, or... I don't know, that whole Shikari Zed thing, wasn't that part of the Chains of Promethea expansion when we were going through those story missions, I think, for that expansion? I guess that whole time we were able to come back here and get that final cutscene. I don't know, that's weird. But let's talk to Perry again. Now we got another cutscene. Hopefully this is the one we want. So you have come, my fellow ranger. Yeah, to thank the winds for your safe return. I have a task for you. It is said that adventurers follow the winds, traveling far and wide across Vana'diel. I wish for you to meet with Sybil Guard Semi Lefina with all haste. Give her this. She should return here with you. Currently, Semi Lefina is conducting an investigation in a place called Rangemont Pass, located on the western continent. There is little time. The blessing of the winds go with you. So that's the cutscene we wanted, and we get the Chieftainess's Twinstone earring. Find Semi Lefina and give her the earring. You should return here. Yeah. Alright, so we'll go to Rangemont Pass. There is, I believe, a survival guide right on the inside, so I'll meet you guys there. It's been quite a while since we've been here, but here we are at Rangemont Pass. Going the wrong way. So we're only level 75, so we have to be careful with monsters. I can't just run through things like I normally do as a level 99 paladin. Let me just look here. Where are we gonna go? I should put a party together. Let me just get through here. I think there's... These early monsters are not a problem, I think. Yeah, we want these people, I think. So here we go. So let's go up here and talk to... Well, we'll talk to both. Let me talk to Mifor. I am Mifor. I watch this door, for unspeakable terrors lurk on the far side. Yeah, she opens the door. But let's talk to Pershond. A Sybil guard from Windurst, you say? Ah, I know the one. She was here, came all the way from Windurst to ask me questions about a strange dark shadow. In the depths of Rangemont Pass, there is a small pond. I remember. It was almost dawn after a night of the full moon. It was there that I saw the shadow. At first I thought it was just one of the slime creatures. But it was far too big for that, and seemed to be wrapped in robes. The shadow turned toward me. I drew my sword, only to have it wrenched from my grasp by some unknown power. But I have trained as a knight. I quickly recovered and drew my lesser blade, slicing into the thing's robes. What spilled from its body was not the blood I expected, but light. Was this creature some kind of new fiend, or a species of beast man that we have yet to rediscover? Or a species of beast man that we have yet to discover? In the next moment, morning light touched the land, and the shadow disappeared with the coming of the dawn. I reported the encounter to my captain, but he didn't believe my story. But you're a Sybil guard. After hearing my tale told elsewhere, came to see me. The Mithra called the creature I had seen the Bearer of Darkness. She searched around the pond for a pinch of glitter sand that may have fallen from the creature after I had slashed it, but was unable to find any. Thinking about it now, I wonder if that pinch of glitter sand wasn't just something that creature had been carrying. Travel to the pond and see what you can find. All right, so now we will bring our party together. So let's see here. So we'll go with my favorite two elves. And then I think we'll use Shakarizi instead of Zaid, since we got a new trust. I wasn't even expecting. We'll bring her in. We probably don't even need all of these. Alright, so now where are we going? Let me just look at my little map here. Let's open the door. What's going on? Ugh, that was weird. Abilities. I want to just see here. Ranged. Okay, let's see. We got to get into the habit of doing this. And I also want to try and bring my skill up. So we'll use Marinia. Okay, so we want to go this... I think the pond is up here in this room, most likely here. Because basically, I think what the... Hold on. We want to go north. Where's north? And then hug the left wall. Let's find some tougher monsters to fight. These ones are wasting our time. Here we go. Here's a tougher monster. I hope. Ranged. Yeah, I don't seem to be getting any skill increases. I'll show you what we're currently at in archery. 176, which is good, but we want to get, yeah, up to 250 ultimately, so we can do the weapon skill quest at the end of the episode. Oh! Wow. I think this guy... He's only here sometimes, I think. Or that might be a different... Might be a different Ahriman. Uh-oh. This guy looks tough. Well, this looks like it's gonna take a little while. That's okay. Oh, I have this as well, Ranger's Necklace. I actually forgot about that. I just thought about it now, so I'm glad we... Let's see if that helps out with our ranged ability a little bit. Oh, we got a skill point, so that helped, I guess, hopefully. Well, we're losing people, but we did kill him. Anyway, that was tough, so I'll have to be a little more careful, I think. Let's just kill these bats, and then I'll bring my trusts back. He must have had a little desperation attack there at the end or something like that. Oh, darn it. These guys are tough, too. Yeah, we're just going to have to be more careful, I guess. Wow, I don't think we're going to be able to do this. Okay. Wow, I'm surprised. Alright, well, I think I should probably just leave and come back. I'll be right back, guys. Alright, I think we're right around... I think we're right around now where we were. Here's the bile suckers. So we want to get to E5. Hopefully this is going to be going there. Let me just see. Yep, it is. We're getting close. Yeah, so we'll just ignore all these guys. For now. They put tougher enemies on the way to the easier ones for some reason. But, whatever. So I think right up here we're going to find the pawn pretty soon. Yeah, we're getting close to E5. Alright, here we go. So there should be some monsters in here that we can fight. We want to fight these evil weapons. Yeah, so we want to fight these guys until we get that item. That, glitter sand. So it looks like there's only 3 here. So we'll have to just... We'll have to just keep on waiting for them to respawn, I guess. Unless there's more around somewhere. It's a little strange, only 3 of them. Alright, there's the glitter sand. I'll kill this last one just for the hell of it. Even though we don't really need to. Yeah, this is the... You can only get this item from these 3 evil weapons. Take a little look at that. Alright, so we're going to just head back now to the opening area. Where is it? Glitter sand. Oh, there it is. And you can't buy it at the auction house or anything like that. Yeah. Alright, so let's just head back and give that glitter sand back to Pershond. I better use some shrouds to get past these nasty level 80 monsters on the way. Alright, here we're back. So a little note to self and to all of you out there. You can't open this door from the other side, so don't bother trying to go all the way back here. Just warp out and come back the easy way through the survival guide. Don't make the same mistake I did. That was a waste of time, but that's okay. No big deal. Here's the glitter sand to Pershond. Yes, this is it. Even now, the aura of greed still lingers. At the time, I wasn't able to gather any, but I knew it would be necessary to unravel this mystery. I have a request for you. Take this to the Mithra. She said she was heading for Yugner Forest. There is a merchant staying by the lake in Yugner Forest who is said to have seen the Bearer of Darkness. If you find the merchant, you will likely find the Sybil Guard. Alright, let's head to Yugner Forest and we get the Pershand's envelope. So I'm just going to head back to the survival guide and warp to the Yugner Forest outpost. And then from there I'll just head a little bit east and then north to get to Lake Meshium, which is the northern lake, the source of the water for all the rivers that run through Yugner. Alright, so here's the lake. Not too far from the outpost. Yeah, right up here. So, let's see if she shows up on the radar. What was her name again? Was it Alexios? Yes, I think it is. Yes, it is. That's the gal we're looking for. Alright, let's talk to Alexios here. Actually, looks like a guy. Huh? You're looking for a Sybil Guard from Windurst? What's a Sybil Guard? What's that you say? Oh, a Mithran Ranger. Well, why didn't you say so? If it's the one I think you're talking about, yeah, I've seen her. Talked to her about a weird shadow I'd seen by the lake on the night of a full moon. Guess I'll tell you the story, too. I was down by the southern edge of the lake a few nights ago. The big old moon shining bright in the sky when I saw this flickering shadow. Now, people may laugh, but it was no ordinary monster, and it wasn't like any beast man I'd ever seen. I don't know how to describe it. In any case, that Mithra Ranger believed my story and said she would try going down to the south end of the lake to help with my work. And since you've been such a good audience, I'll tell you exactly where you need to go. Try looking around the area where the river meets the lake. We don't have far to go. What the hell? What's going on? Oh. Thought I was bound in place for some weird reason. Let's see, so we just need to go down to H6. So that's right around here. So that might be it there. Question mark spot. Alright, so let's click on this little spot here next to the tree. You detect a hint of sparkling dust on the tree. This dust resembles the pinch of glitter sand. What business do you have in these parts? A pinch of glitter sand. You brought this from the knights in Rangemont Pass? I don't fully understand what it is, but it seems to be infused with some kind of magical power. I assume you've heard about the shadowy creature that dropped this. I thank you for all you have done, but I'm not permitted to tell you any details. It is a matter that affects the security of Windurst. For the moment, I must return home with this pinch of glitter sand. Is that a twin stone earring? Chieftainess Peri Vashai sent this to me? Surely it's not. No, it doesn't match the one I carry. What does this mean? Why would the chieftainess send this to me? Perhaps it means she wishes to exchange your earring for hers. Semilafina, Sibyl Guard of Heaven's Tower in Windurst. That is your title, correct? And who on Vana'diel are you? I am a Mithrin tracker. Have you not heard of us? I have traveled from the Mithrin homeland that lies across the seas. I learned that a sinner was taking refuge with a tribe that lived in Windurst. A sinner? 20 years ago, in the time of the Great War, the tribal chieftainess of a certain region perpetrated a grave offense. That chieftainess escaped to this land, but was hunted down by Peri Vashai. We received word that the daughter of the chieftainess perished along with her mother. The Mithrin tracker who traveled here 20 years ago confirmed the report. However, before the light of life left her, she confessed to her own sin. The daughter still lives. And so I have come. I will seek out the daughter of the chieftainess and make her atone for the sins of her mother. Semilafina, do you not think that a Sibyl Guard is an unusual phenomenon? Although all the other orphans of the war were sent to their respective homelands, only you, few, were taken in by a different people. Was this done to evade the Mithrin trackers, perhaps? And out of those orphans who went to live in Heaven's Tower, you were the only one to have no record of her parents. A sin is a sin, even if you have no memory of the fact. The child must pay for the sins of the mother when the mother can no longer make amends. Trying to switch the earring will do you no good. That is not how I will know you as the child of the sinner. Let me tell you a secret. A sinner carries the scent of sin. It is a scent that only these king's tear moths can detect. A scent that will not fade and that you cannot escape. A scent that will stay with you forever. Now, let the truth be known. You don't carry the scent? I must apologize. I seem to have been mistaken. Wait, my mother, are you telling me you don't know? That is no longer my concern. Farewell, Semilafina. Wow, all of that speech for nothing. Very strange. I must return to Windurst and meet with the chieftainess. Wow, Mithrins are weird. Alright, so now that that's done... Is it done? Yep. Alright, so now we're going to be heading back to Windurst Woods. And, yeah, touch base with Peri Vashai. Alright, just put on my Crimson Swisses so I could run a little faster. That was a good idea. Alright, so here we are back at Peri Vashai. I see you were able to find Semilafina. Just a moment. That presence. Chieftainess Peri Vashai, I apologize for this interruption. You are the Mithrin tracker, I presume. If your visit concerns the sinner's daughter, we are presently focusing all our efforts on finding the one who can confirm her passing. Attempt to return the past to dust if you will, but it will avail you not. Dust is swept up by the wind, its scent carried on, the scent of my quarry. I will tell you once more, I have no reason to hide the past. The bearer of the bow does not oppose the truth. Be that as it may, the loss of the bow of light does not sit well with me. I will speak bluntly, Peri Vashai. I believe you struck some kind of deal with the sinner. Your daughter's age was close to that of the sinner's. Is it possible you sympathized with their plight? As I'm sure you are well aware, I won't be leaving this land until I have hunted down the sinner. I will enlighten the people of the Outlands on the evils of hiding sin. Chieftainess Peri Vashai. The Mithra I just saw. She was the Mithran tracker from the homeland, wasn't she? Yes, but do not seek to hinder her. She is here to see justice done and serves nature as we do. I want you to give me a clear answer. I come as a keeper of the peace of Windurst. Is the daughter of the sinner really dead? Do you doubt it? I see you were questioned by the tracker. Yes. She followed me to Yugner Forest. It seems the sinner carries a scent that we cannot detect. But I was not the daughter the tracker was seeking. Did you send the earring out of concern for me? If so, your fears appear to be unfounded. I will take this opportunity to tell you, even if you are found to be guilty, I have no intention of becoming the next chieftainess of Windurst. However, I also have little desire to aid that Mithran tracker on her hunt. I have no interest in the mysteries of the past. The future is all that concerns me now. Oko, you see us in troubled times. On occasion, even the Mithra might fight amongst themselves. I feel that your talents will become necessary before this struggle comes to an end. Will you promise to lend us your strength in our time of need? Take this as a symbol of your pledge. May the path cleared by the wind always lie before you. And we get a sniping bow, and we've completed the first artifact quest. So let's see what that looks like. Oh, it looks like I have a few other bows I didn't even realize I had. I should have been using this one. Killer bow. Oh, that doesn't use... I see. That uses bolts for ammunition. That's why I wasn't using it. Let's check out the sniping bow. It's... At least it's damage 27, as opposed to the Artemis bow, which was damage 1. So we'll just use that then for now, and hopefully bring our... Continue to bring our... I didn't see our combat skill go up very much. 176. Yeah, we need to get a lot higher. Alright. We need to talk to her again now to start the next artifact. We might have to zone. Oko. Yeah, we have to zone first. So I'll be right back. Have the winds sent you to me once more? I have just had word that one who knows of the fate of the sinner's daughter can be found in the Blacksmith's Guild of Mora. Upon hearing this, the Mithran tracker immediately set off on her way. I wish for you to also travel to Mora and meet with this person. You have your task, the blessing of the winds upon you. Alright, so we'll head to Mora. Here's the Blacksmith's Guild. hardly ever come into here. Wow, it's very rarely been in here. I think we need to talk to this person here. Ko. Lenbalalako. Why, this brings back memories. The daughters of the Mithrin tracker I met 20 years ago have also chosen the life of the Sin Hunter. I pray that they, too, find the path of justice. Talk to her a second time and we'll get a cutscene. And you are? Weren't you the one under orders from Chieftainess Parivasai? The Mithrin tracker from the homeland was here a moment ago. She was asking about the incident that occurred 20 years ago concerning the chieftainess of the Fire Tribe and her daughter. Do you know of the Fire Tribe? They are a Mithrin tribe that lives on the southern continent. It was some 30 years ago now. The chieftainess of that tribe committed the sin of slaying a fellow tribal member. She spent 20 years atoning for that sin in the homeland. When war broke out here, she escaped from prison, crossing over to the continent with her daughter in tow. At the time, I was performing the dangerous duty of escorting people and supplies between Juneau and Windurst. One day, a Mithrin woman and her child slipped into our company. We set out for Juneau, not realizing it was the chieftainess and her daughter who had joined us. However, things didn't go as planned. We were discovered by a party of Yagudo in the Merifited Mountains. The Yagudo quickly overwhelmed us, and we were taken to Castle Ostroja and held as prisoners. The prison of Ostroja was a terrible place. All we could do was shiver in the biting cold. At regular intervals, the Yagudo would come to drag one of us from the prison. Finally, the chieftainess of the Fire Tribe was taken away, leaving her daughter behind. Only the two of us were left. Wow, that's terrible. Not long after that, we were saved by the elite warriors stationed in the Merifited Mountains, led by Parivasai herself. I took the child back to Juneau, but she grew thinner by the day from misery and exhaustion. Her body was interred in the LDM necropolis, along with the remains of the other races who had died in the war. The daughter of the sinner could not be buried in the lands of the Mithra. I go now to check the veracity of that story, to see for my own eyes the body of Siu Befrathi, daughter of Chieftainess Nev Befrathi. I have heard from the townspeople that dangerous creatures roam the dark hallways of the LDM necropolis. It is a place that cannot be entered alone. But of course, I have no intention of giving up on my quarry. You are one of the breed they call adventurers, right? Adventurers are said to take on almost any kind of work as long as the pay is good. I will follow after you, keeping out of sight. Clear the path ahead, making for the cemetery in the center of the necropolis. Meet me at the necropolis, and don't be late. So off to the LDM necropolis we'll go. We have to take a survival guide to get there, so yeah. Oko, you took your time. Perhaps you considered giving me the slip? Even if you tried, it would be a futile effort. You cannot get away from a Mithrin tracker. With the LDM necropolis, there is a cemetery divided into 4 areas where the casualties of the Great War are interred. There is a stolen monument in each room that details who was buried where. First, we must search the stone monuments for the name of the sinner's daughter. Take the lead. I will follow after you, keeping out of sight. So we need to go to the southernmost room at G9. Alright, so we should be approaching the southernmost chamber here. Let's come into here, and I don't think anything will bother us. What was that? There's something floating in the air here. What is this? It's a skull! I don't know what that is. Never seen that before here. Wonder if that's a glitch. No, there's a whole bunch of them here. There's tons of skulls. I've never noticed skulls floating in this room before. That's really weird. Alright, I think we want to click on this gravestone. Let's click here. The names of the deceased are carved upon the stone. The name of the sinner's daughter, Siu Bafrathi, is here. Did you find her name? Well, Oko, let's go and check the grave. She definitely appears to be interred here. What's this? A twin stone earring? The daughter's? There's nothing left of the body, but this is enough. There's nothing more we can do here. Let's return to Chieftainess Peri Vashai. Right, here we are, back at Peri. You have returned, and the Mithrin tracker with you? After learning the location of the daughter's final resting place, we traveled to a place known as the LDM Necropolis. There we found a twin stone earring. Piecing together everything I have heard, I believe it must belong to the sinner's daughter. However, one problem remains. Where is the other half of the stone? Where is the grave of the mother? We were unable to discover the mother's body, since she was held captive in the prison of Castle Ostroja. Her remains should lie there still. It is said that the king of Ostroja forces prisoners to fight his Yagudo in a hall on the highest level of the castle. The bodies of the fallen are then supposedly thrown into a large pond. If you search the pond thoroughly, you may find what you're looking for. Well, I will leave this task to you. Return here as soon as you find the old earring. I must apologize, adventurer. I would like to send a party of warriors to aid you, but we do not have permission from Heaven's Tower to enter Castle Ostroja. The blessing of the earth upon you. Alright, we'll head back to Castle Ostroja. Haven't been there in a while. Alright, so here we are back in Castle Ostroja. It's been a while. We have to go through the usual sort of routine. We have to get through the trapdoor. And then we have to get through a door that has a combination. We've done this so many times now, hopefully this doesn't take too long. The first hurdle, though, is getting through this trapdoor. And not falling through, because if we fall through, then it just takes time. We have to get back up. It's not a big deal, but yeah, it just takes time. And I think most of these Yuguro should just leave us alone. Especially if we have silent oil. Alright, so here's the trapdoor. So I'll start with the left one. Basically what you do is, yeah, one of these is going to open a trapdoor, which will drop us. One's going to open the door. I'm going to try this first. If it's... Okay, that was the right one. Good. If it's the wrong one, you just press forward, and there's a chance that you'll avoid falling if you... Anyway. It's a little hit and miss. Alright, well that was probably the most difficult part. Now we just have to get to the southern part of the next map and find the combination. Let's take a look at where we are. Down here and then go south. We're doing good, and then just go east here. So this is the little hidden room where we find the combination. And it changes every game day, so it's kind of weird. So what do we got here? Let's take a look at the levers. Handle. Looks like the handles are down, 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 up. Down, 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 up. Uh-oh, the game day is going to change soon, so we better hurry. Down, 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 up. Alright. Yeah, we don't have a lot of time, but we should make it. Oh, we got a long... You know what? Hold on. Oh, I'm just getting so confused here. The map is confusing. Hold on. I guess we were going the right way. I thought that... Hold on. I got a little confused there. There's a very specific path that you need to go, because you see several ways are blocked. I think we go here. And then straight through this way. And then this way. And so in through this way is the combination that we need to use, and then we're pretty much clear. Oh, right. So here we go. So that one's up. That one. Oh, that's not right. It's the opposite. That one. These ones are down. Here we go. There. Alright, so there we go. So now all we have to do is just follow this, and then this should take us to the pond, where we'll find all the human, or the remains. It's sad to say. Kind of a macabre thought to think that a bunch of people were hurling themselves down A giant pit into a pond of water. Be a lot of dead bodies there. There's one of the coffers. A treasure coffer. Alright, so we made it. So here's the pond. Here's the deadly pond. Now we want to do something very specific as a ranger. Here, now, let me just see here. Now, ability, job ability, I think it is. We want to look for something called Scavenge. Oh, there it is. Scavenge. I've never used this before. And there it is, the old earring. That's exactly what we were looking for. Let me just look at that again. Scavenge. You can use it about once every minute. Searches the local area for items of interest. Interesting. Huh? Okay, we'll take that back to Perry. I'll meet you guys at Winder's Woods. Well, I sure wish there was a home point closer to this. You know, too bad there wasn't one like in this corner or something like that. Because this is a very far away place from the closest home point. And we come here a lot. But whatever. Just complaining. Alright, here we are at Peri Vashai. Let's trade her that old earring that we found in that dead pool. There it is. An old earring is dirty and dented. You found it, yes. It's a perfect match with Siyu Befrathi's twin stone earring. I'm impressed. Tales of mighty adventurers are often little more than exaggerated rumor. However, while this adventurer was performing his task, I was busy talking with an important witness. The witness claims that the use of a shining bow was responsible for your loss of sight. The witness also mentioned that the prisoners of Astrosia were saved by a bow that loosed arrows of light so dazzling, the Yaguro were struck blind. This could only describe the bow of light. It is time for the truth to be known. You are concealing the bow of light, aren't you? Have you been seduced by its power, Peri Vashai? Even for one who was blind, surely you can see this has gone on long enough. Very well. It is said that you are not one to run and hide. I am in no hurry. Let us leave it at this for now. And this, adventurer, I give to you. May you always be on the side of justice. Alright, we received a Hunter's Beret and finished the second artifact quest. Now, we're probably going to have to zone before we talk to, Peri Vashai again. So I'll just meet you guys right back here. The one who follows you here. Peri Vashai, there is something I wish to ask you. Please give me an answer. And what might that be, Semilafina? You wish to ask me about the lost bow of light? No, not that. It's about my past. I realized something with all this talk of the bow of light. The Sibyl guards, every one of us, were prisoners in Astrosia 20 years ago. I listened to everyone's stories, and they all have memories of being saved by that bow, but for some reason, I have no recollection of it. I was one of those prisoners as well, wasn't I? I was taken in by Heaven's Tower to keep the secrets of the bow of light hidden from the world. Or was there some other reason that only affected me? I don't know how you managed to erase the scent of sin from me, but I must be the sinner's. Semilafina, I swear on the azure bow, you are not the sinner's daughter. Then why? The Mithrin tracker assured me there was no record of my parents, and there's one thing I dimly recall. At the time of the Great War, I remember my twin stone earring was switched with another, my past. Why? Why doesn't anybody know about my past? I meant to tell you after all this was over, but I see I have no choice. Go to Mora and meet with Cole Lenbalalako. If you take the Twinstone earring I entrusted to this adventurer, she will talk with you. Alright, so we're going to go back and talk to the Mithra that we talked to before, who is in the corner of the Blacksmith's Guild. Ko. Why, this brings back memories. The daughters of the Mithran Tracker I met 20 years ago have also chosen the life of the Sin Hunter. I pray that they too find the path of justice. You are the one who is in the employ of Chieftainess Peri Vishai. The Mithran Tracker appears to be widening her search for information on the Bow of Light. Oko, what are you doing here? This is my problem, and I'll thank you to keep your paws out of it. You? That isn't... Then, you must be the one taken in by Heaven's Tower? I was told by Chieftainess Peri Vishai that you had information about my past. Who does this Twinstone earring belong to? The Twinstone earring I carry does not match with the one I received from the Chieftainess. It is the earring that was switched for the other when you were but a child. Yes, that is your original Twinstone earring. So, it was switched? Yes, by your mother's request. To help the sinner's daughter escape, your mother gave her earring to the sinner. Why would my mother do such a thing? You know the story of the company that was held captive in Castle Stroja 20 years ago, and how the sinner and her child were with them. Peri Vishai was deeply troubled over whether or not to send the child back to the homeland. One night the chieftainess came to me. We would report to the homeland that the sinner and her daughter had both perished in Castle Stroja at the hands of the Yagudo. And for proof of her identity, it was necessary to swap the Twinstone earrings. Yes, at the time, we were unaware of the scent that lingers on the sinner. We believed that everything would be solved. Using my mother's earring to help the sinner? How can I forgive something like that? All of this was done for the Bow of Light carried by the sinner, right? At this point, you wouldn't believe anything I had to say. What I can tell you is, the Twinstone earring that you hold, the one that really belongs to you, the other half can be found in the Northlands. The Northlands, where my mother died? I do not know if the one who holds it still lives. I know only that 20 years ago, she traveled with the escort in the Northlands. I have no real desire to see a mother who would leave me to travel to the Northlands, but since I have come this far, I will go. Both you and the chieftainess seem to wish it so. Oko, I have one thing to ask of you. Could you possibly bring me a gold earring? I've heard it's very useful. If you could bring me that, I will tell you a little more of the story. So a gold earring, I don't suppose we can get those in the auction house. I'll just double check. That would be kind of funny if you could. Oh, you can. Yeah, you can buy that at the auction house. Okay, well, let's go check. I might even be able to make one, too. I mean, I have, like, over 70 goldsmithing level. Let me just see. To make a gold earring... Oh, yeah, I could easily make one with just 2 ingots. 2 gold ingots. I wonder what I have in my storage. I don't think I have much gold right now. I got gold ore, but no... Oh, I do! I can totally do it! With the wind crystal. Item... Okay. Think. Synthesis. I have to have it. Our goldsmithing is at 71. Yeah, to make an earring you need around 57, so no problem. That was easy. You don't even need to go to the auction house or anything. Okay, good. One of our crafting abilities actually came in handy. What do you know? There you go. Gold earring, there we go. Thank you, adventurer. With this in hand, the child's long, hard journey will be made a little easier. Now, let me tell you what really happened those 20 years ago. When we were imprisoned by the Yagudo in the Merifited Mountains, only the fire tribe chieftainess, Nev Bafrathi, managed to escape. However, this left her daughter, Siu Bafrathi, in the clutches of the Yagudo. To save her daughter, Chieftainess Nev Bafrathi ran into the nearby camp of Peri Vashai and her elite warriors. For the chieftainess, this act was akin to jumping right back into prison. But it was the only option she had left for her daughter's rescue. After hearing the words of Nev Bafrathi, Peri Vashai immediately led her warriors on a raid of Castle Ostrosia, not waiting for the dawn. The power of the Bow of Light was incredible to behold. Even so, many warriors lost their lives that day. When we finally escaped from the castle, only a handful of warriors remained. In that battle, Chieftainess Peri Vashai lost the light, and Nev Bafrathi her life. Left behind were the Sinner's daughter, Siu Bafrathi, and the Bow of Light. We did our utmost to deceive everyone. Semilafina must have learned something in the Northlands by now. Please travel to the Northlands and look for a cave near Castle Zal. And if you happen to meet someone there, please give her my letter. So we receive a key item, Ko's letter, and we will now head to the Northlands. So I'll meet you guys in Zarkabard. Oko, why have you come? You don't need to be here. This is a dreadful land, a place where even a person alone can barely sneak through. That someone could be living in this accursed, godforsaken place is difficult to believe. Only, I found this on one of the monsters from around here. It's a broken arrow, but it glows strangely in a way that I have never seen in Windurst, or anywhere else for that matter. This arrow may have been loosed from the Bow of Light, which means the Bow of Light would also be here somewhere. In any case, I must get closer to Castle Zal. Take care of yourself. Oko. Alright, well, we're invisible right now. We're part of that weird battle thing. Belligerency. I've never looked into belligerency. I'm not quite sure what that's all about, but it happens sometimes when we zone into certain areas. It's also happened, I think, in South Gustaberg, I think, when I zone in there sometimes. I think, heading to Abyssia. Anyway. Don't worry about it. It's called gestation, I guess. Well, these guys got the right idea going on to a mount. Really, we can't use a mount? Why not? Huh. Alright. For some reason, I'm stuck on belligerency and I can't use a mount. Anyway. Where we want to go is at E7. Wonder how long this belligerency lasts. Alright, so I believe the cave is right straight ahead now. You can see it from here. Not sure if we've ever investigated this cave before. I don't think we have. Yeah, we're still under that belligerency effect, so we're stuck at level 60. We can't bring in a mount, or we can't bring in trusts. So, do I click here? Let's just see. Yeah, so we're gonna kind of have to do this solo, because like I said, we don't have our party with us. But I don't know if that's gonna yeah, we might have to come back and try again when we don't have belligerency. Yeah, we're almost dead. So, yeah, we're gonna just have to try this again. There we go. Done. Level down. I haven't seen that in a long time. That's okay. Alright, well, once we can come back to Zarkabard without belligerency, we'll be back here with a full party. And let me just see here. Alright, that belligerency thing has something to do with the monstrosity. I've taken on some sort of thing that restricts my level at certain zones. It's going to be a problem. Let me see if I can turn it off. Yes, return. Let's do that. We can always get it again. So let me just check here. Yeah, that's good. So that should solve the problem. But now, because we went down to level 60, or we went down to level 74, now we're not able to wear some of our relic armor, which kind of sucks. So what I might actually do is raise my level a little bit. Boy, do I even need to? I probably don't even need to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it. Who cares? I'll meet you guys back in Zarkabard now. Alright, here we are. We're back. Fixed that whole belligerency problem. Well, let's see. Hopefully we can just redo this. Yeah, there it is. Alright, let's try this again. Konigstinger. Konigstiger. Yeah, we got... Now we're getting skill points. This tiger's pretty tough. Even with a full team, it's tough. Yeah, but we're doing all right. I'm just gonna keep on hitting him with arrows. Piercing arrow. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. The skill, yeah, the skill points are stacking up slowly. We're getting them at least. We weren't getting them at all with the Artemis bow. Or maybe the monster just wasn't strong enough, or I don't know, whatever. But yeah, this is working out pretty well. Here we are, level 165. We still have a long way to go. We need to get all the way up to at least 250 without... Yeah, it's a lot. Alright, he's almost dead. It's been quite a battle. But we got a good team here. So he's done. Alright. Here we are, we got our level back. Yay. Let's put our stuff back on then. Oh. Oh, that was it? That was only one piece we couldn't wear. I thought it was more. Alright, now what do we do? Let me just make sure we don't miss anything. So let's click on this again for another cutscene. There's nothing more to be done here? Really? Oh. I see. So now we have to go to another cave. Down here in the southern part, right south from here, I think. Alright, so this is the other cave down here, I think. Alright, so we're just down here now. And we'll click here. Oko, do you find anything strange about that cave? I can't imagine that anyone would be in there, but still, there's something I feel some sort of presence from within. Who's there? This arrow, an azure arrow. You were sent by Peri Vashai. I am Semilafina, Sibyl Guard of Windurst. That voice, we are of the same tribe. If you're not an enemy, then show yourself. Semilafina. Yes, I am the daughter of Nev Befrathi, the Fire Tribe chieftainess. I am Siu Befrathi. The daughter of... You were supposed to have died 20 years ago. Peri Vashai arranged it so that I could escape. She said that if I could make it as far as this place, the Mithran tracker would not be able to follow. Come inside. It is not safe to talk here. I will tell you what you wish to know. First, let me speak of the Bow of Light. The Bow of Light is famous for its power, but was not originally the weapon carried by the chieftainess of our tribe. No, what she actually brought back was the large gem that was to be embedded in the bow's shaft. Yao Rabantah used the stone to create the Bow of Light, a weapon even more powerful than the chieftainess's bow of flames. The bow did not bring light as was intended. It was a bow that stole the light from my people. My mother, the chieftainess, insisted the bow be taken back to where it belonged. It carried with it the taint of this accursed place and would surely have brought ruin upon the tribe. The tribe's people, however, were already divided over whether to keep the bow. And then something terrible happened. A fiendish creature appeared before Yao Rabantah, almost as if the gem had called to it. She was slain by the fiend, and my mother was disgraced by her inability to avert the tragedy. 30 years ago, Yao Rabantah. She was a member of the team sent to investigate this area, wasn't she? Yes, you're right. It wasn't until 10 years after my mother was imprisoned that we discovered the fiend was actually the Shadow Lord. When she learned of this, my mother escaped from her prison and headed for the Northlands. As the chieftainess of the Fire Tribe, she sought to exact revenge for her people. She was captured by the Yagudo before she reached her destination. Yes, but I will carry out her revenge. I have returned with the gem, the magicite taken by Yao Rabantah, to purify this accursed land. You will never accomplish that alone. This is true, but you are Mithra. You should understand. We are one with nature and cannot ignore her call for help. I have resolved to spend my remaining days in this land, a land abandoned by the Mithra hundreds of years ago. Do not concern yourself with my safety. I have survived here for 20 years. I have been more worried about you. When Peri Vashai brought sin upon herself by letting me escape, you would also be held accountable. It seems the Mithra tracker didn't explain that part to you. I would be... What did you just say? Please take this. It is the Bow of Light with the magicite removed. If you give this to the tracker, everything should be resolved. Take this twinstone earring also. It is the one given to me by Peri Vashai to disguise my identity. All will become clear when you unite it with the twinstone earring that you carry. It matches? It matches! My mother and I, we owe you and your mother our eternal gratitude. Goodbye, Semilafina. So now we can click this. Was there something else? A letter from Ko Lenbalalako. There's a name I haven't heard in years. Thank you, adventurer. I wish for you to have these. And we get 99 ice arrows. Let's see what those are like. We're using an ice brand, a Blizzard brand, so Why not ice arrows? Damage 29. Yeah, I guess why not? We're quite an icy ranger, aren't we? Cool. So I think that's it. So yeah, we'll just go back to Winder's Woods and talk to Perry. So I'll meet you guys there. Right here we are, back at Perry Vashai in Winder's Woods. I now have the Bow of Light in my possession. The magicite that gave this bow its cursed power has been returned to the land where it belongs. I wish to express my heartfelt gratitude to you, Semilafina, for retrieving it from the wilds of the Northlands. It was not I who found the bow. That honor belongs to the adventurer Oko. I see, I have much to thank you for. Ah, but words of thanks have little value to an adventurer, do they? Instead, I will give you these. It is a pair of hunter's socks. Please take them as a symbol of my respect for your skill as a ranger. And so, Chieftainess Perry Vashai, I leave this land behind me to begin my next hunt. And just like that, she leaves. The tracker's real task here was most likely the destruction of the Bow of Light, and not catching the sinner. I don't know for certain, but the homeland was definitely more concerned with the Bow of Light than the sinner's daughter. In that case, the magicite's power must truly be dreadful. Magicite resembles crystals, or rather the power contained in magicite is similar to, or perhaps greater than, that contained in crystals. But both are unnatural creations. The power of magicite is an ominous, cursed energy. It is a manifestation of evil that we cannot tolerate. The chieftainess of the fire tribe, Nev Befrathi, knew this, and after seeing the bow for ourselves, the Mithrin tracker and I knew it too. That crystal calls to those of Mithrin blood. It awakens feelings of envy, of jealousy. It darkens the nature of the heart. Nev Befrathi and her daughter, however, had the strength to resist its influence. Even though they used the bow, the light in their hearts remained. I understand now. Perry Vashai, you lost the light when you drew back the string of that cursed weapon. Yes, I saw the power of that bow and closed my eyes to it. You desire nothing in a world where you see nothing. There is nothing to be afraid of. I respect you, Perry Vashai. I don't know if I could have done the same in your place. But for that, I twisted the path you were to walk. To save Siu Befrathi, I erased the existence of my own daughter. Perry Vashai, I have no feelings of hate towards you. It is my duty to listen to the voice of nature. I will come to see you again. Until then, may the wind guide your footsteps. Alright, we got another piece of the artifact armor, the second piece, the hunter's socks. And we finished the ranger's quest, so there we go. Now we're gonna do the thing where we go to Juno and initiate the Gowert's gloves thing. The old gauntlet thing where, yeah, we gotta hunt for the 3 pieces from coffers. So I think what I'm going to do is just take a little peek to find out what those 3 locations are going to be that we need. And I'm going to go to the Curio Moogle vendor to get the key items so that we can just get those chest keys. I'll buy a Devoy key. I'm trying to find Crawler's Nest, but I don't see it here. Oh, here it is. A Nest coffer key. Okay, I hope it's Devoy. It's the Monastic Cavern. I think that counts as Devoy. Yeah, it is. So I think we only need 2 for this one. So yeah, now I head to Port Juno. Or no, Lower Juno, I think it is. Upper Juno. It's Upper Juno. Shoot, I just realized there's a 3rd key we need. I forgot. We need one for... anyway, whatever. We were supposed to get a Garlage key as well. Anyway, that's fine. I'll just do that off camera. Just pretend I also bought a Garlage key. Now we'll come in here and talk to Guslam. I was hired to craft armor for this shop, but all I ever do is watch over the inventory. Okay, we've heard all this before. Whoops, uh-oh. I don't know what I just clicked. It doesn't matter. So he tells us to go to the Garlage Citadel to look for the old gauntlets. Yeah, so there we go. So I'll meet you guys at the Garlage Citadel. We'll start to look for the coffers. And I'll just get a coffer key on the way. I'll just quickly go back and get one from the curio vendor. But I'll see you guys at Garlage Citadel. Alright, this is the first area where there might be a chest, and there's not. So now we'll head this way. And... okay, it's kind of hard to tell because we're off the map, but yeah, there could be a spot up here where there might be one. What's this? A groundstone. Alright, I don't think it's here. I don't want to go too far because we'll zone, and I don't want to lose my trusts. But I don't... yeah, forget it. It's not here. I think it would be in this corner here. And at the end of this hallway, there could be one. Right before it heads east. Okay, nothing here. So we'll retreat a little bit then. Now we're going to head down to this southern part here, and there's some ways to go to a different map. Alright, we want to go down here and take a left, I think, here. Alright, let me see where we are now. Okay, perfect. So first we'll check west. At the end of this hall here, there's a possible location where there could be one. Alright, and this is a drop that we don't want to take. And that just goes back to the last map. Alright, well, there's only 3 more spots to check. So we should be getting close. We'll head right up this way and... Yep. Starting here, we just hug the left wall. There it is. I think. Yeah. Trade the Garlage coffer key. Oh. Alright. Alright, and there we are. The old gauntlets that we're looking for. So we'll head back to Upper Juno. Alright, so it's actually Port Juno that we have to go to. I forgot. We don't need to go back to Guzlum in Upper Juno, the Gulka. We can just come straight to Port Juno now and talk to the ghost of Borgertz, I believe, to get things started. So he's the ghosty that hangs out right here. You wish to consign an order with me? Very well, bring some shadow flames from Castle Zal. Leave them and those gauntlets inside my toolbox, and I shall restore the gauntlets. Alright, just the usual routine, and now we head to the Castle Zal Bailey and touch one of those torches near one of the front early doors to the main castle, and it summons a little bomb that we fight and get that key item, the Shadow Flame. So I'll be right back. Well, there we are. We ended that quite suddenly, and then we just click on the torch again. Alright, I'll see you guys back at Juno. My work is finished. Alright, here we are, the Hunter's Bracers. So now we're going to be heading first to the Crawler's Nest, and then to Devoy, heading towards the Monastic Cavern in order to get the last 2 pieces of the Hunter's gear. So I'll meet you guys at the Crawler's Nest. And we already got our coffer keys for those 2 places. Alright, so there's 2 areas in this tunnel here in the basement where the coffer could show up. Here it is. It's a good thing we came down here. This is the first place we came down. Yeah, I was a little... There it is. Trade. And here we are, the Hunter's Bracket. Alright, so now we're going to be heading to Devoy. Well, we got lucky on that one. That was the first spot we checked, and we got it on our first try, so that's good. Alright, so now we're in the Monastic Cavern, and there's 10 possible spots it could be, all on this one map. Yeah, I think we've done this before. I feel like this was for another job as well. We might have been here. Just seems a little familiar, but the first thing I'm going to do is go the westernmost way. Yep, so there's 2 possible coffers along this path. There it is. So we found ours right up here in the corner. The second spot I checked. There was another possible little spot there down where that guy was sitting, but... Well, darn it. There we are, the Hunter's Jerkin. Alright, so that's it, guys. That's all the artifact armor pieces. Let's get a good look at ourselves. It should be the same look, just a different color. Let's put on the Hunter's gear. So there we go. There we are. It's a very traditional looking ranger outfit. That looks good. I like that, actually. The brown with the green. Cool. Alright, so now I'm going to spend some time raising my levels. Yeah, the Scout's gear is actually quite a bit better, as I expected. Yeah, it is quite a bit better. So we probably will be keeping the blue Scout set, because it's just a little bit, it's quite a bit higher, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. There we go. So now I'm going to be just spending a little time grinding, and I want to bring up my archery skill. We still have quite a ways to go. We have to bring it all the way up to 250 as a base skill. I think it's 250, and that's going to be in order to do... Oh, yeah, it's these ones, duh. So which one is it? This one. Imperial... Yeah, we're gonna need... Speak... Yeah, it doesn't say actually what... Oh, it does. Here we go. Yeah, archery skill 250. Alright, so I'm just gonna spend some time grinding. I'll probably get my level up to pretty close to 99, just to max everything out and get nice and strong, and we'll keep on working on our bow and arrow, and hopefully we can get that up to 250. And I'll see you guys back in Windurst Woods once we've accomplished that. Alright, so we're back in Windurst Woods, and we are now a level 99 ranger, and we've been working really hard to bring our archery skill up, and we've done really well to get it all the way up to 408 with all of our bonuses. So that's really, really high, and we can actually almost max it out. We'll do that over the next little while. But we should be able to talk to Perry now and get a new cutscene. Now that we have our ranger skills up to a sufficient level. Has it all become clear, my fledgling archer? Do you know where your place is? The time for the hunt? The prey your arrows should seek? Do you ever experience moments of hesitation? It is that confusion that sends your arrows wide of the mark. Take this untried bow. It is kindred to the slender sapling, as a young tree is bent by the fury of a storm. So will this bow's path be warped by your indecision. Now, my fledgling archer, go forth and overcome the winds of doubt that taunt your arrow's flight. Train until the sapling bow has become a steady oak in your hands. Alright, and we receive the Bow of Trials and obtain the weapon training guide. So there we go. So we will equip that, and that is what we're going to use now. And we're going to do weapon skills over and over and over and create skill chains. And what I usually do is go someplace where the monsters aren't too strong, but aren't so weak that they're just going to die right away. And I basically just go there with, and I usually fight with Exenmile, actually. And we usually bring a Pururu in for support to heal us. And yeah, I'll just fight some monsters, and I'll just have to do this little research on the archery weapon skills to find out which ones are best compatible with Exenmiles. So I'll let you guys know once I've figured that all out. Alright, so we should have just about enough here. I've just been hanging out in the sides of battlefields here. The bugs are strong enough here. They work really well. And basically, we're just using Sidewinder. The weapon skill Sidewinder. Here's Leg Sweep. Well, we killed the monster, so that's not going to get a skill chain for that. You can't do it on killing a monster. But we should be done now, but I'll just try and show a few of these weapon skills. Basically, Sidewinder works with all three of Exenmile's weapon skills: Pentathrust, Double Thrust, and Leg Sweep. And Sidewinder here is compatible with all of those. Yeah, Pentathrust gives us Transfixion, Double Thrust gives us Reverberation, and Leg Sweep gives Detonation. Yeah, but you can't do the weapon skill on the Killing Blow, or, yeah, just here's Double Thrust, but we don't have enough TP, or do we? No, that one, it might be too late. Let's just see. Yeah, that one worked. So there it is. Skill Chain Reverberation. So I think that's enough, according to my count. Yeah, that Latin effect is supposed to leave, but it never does. Here, let's just kill one more bug. And then we'll get out of here. Pentathrust. Okay, this was a waste of time. He ate all of our TP. Double Thrust. That gave us Reverberation. Yeah, we've been using, I got the auction house, I got a few stacks of these Ra Kaznar arrows. that you can use at level 99, and they've been serving us quite well. And another leg sweep. Alright, that's probably gonna do it. Let's see if this works. See if we get detonation on that one. Looks like I was a little early on that one. Yeah, we didn't get the skill chain on that one, but that's okay. Alright, so we killed a few more monsters here. Alright, well, too bad. I was hoping he would use Pentathrust, but he decided not to use it there for quite a while. I don't know why. So, oh well, just trust me. Pentathrust gives you Transfixion if you use, yeah, Sidewinder right after it. So I'll meet you guys at Windurst Woods. So here we are back at Windurst Woods with Perry, Vashai, who sent us on this journey to break the curse of this Bow of Trials. Now that we have done the sufficient amount of skill chains, let's trade it back to her. This bow is no longer the sapling I gave you. It has become a mighty tree, grown straight and strong and true. You have grown as well, my fledgling archer. It is time to test the new maturity of your archery. I have prepared a battlefield for you at Cape Terragon. Use this map to find your foe and bring back the Annals of Truth to prove your victory. Alright, we get the map of... a map to the Annals of Truth. So I'll meet you guys back at Camp Terragon. Alright, so we're in this area of Cape Terragon. And I found the question mark spot right here. Click on this with our party. And we'll fight this pathetically easy bird, Stolas. Might as well use our bow and arrow, because it might be the last time we do for a very long time. Yeah, we're back to using the sniping bow, and yeah, a really legendary bow is like one of the only pieces of equipment we don't really have, so maybe with some of the other stuff going forward we might end up getting a really nice bow, but for now, use this. By the way, our archery skill now is capped all the way up at 440, so that's a really good score. Alright, so the bird is dead. Now we click. If I can find it, the question mark spot again. Maybe I have to wait for it to die. Hold on. Oh. And there we get the Annals of Truth. So I'll meet you guys back at Windurst Woods. So here we have returned at Windurst Woods to Perry Vashai with our Annals of Truth. Key item. It appears your arrows flew fast and true. I will impart to you a technique worthy of your resolve. With strength comes potential for new abilities. Do you see, my archer? Strength is the great trunk of the tree, and the resultant skills, it's many branches. And we get the weapon skill, Imperial Arrow, and fulfill the records of evidence. Alright, so with that, guys, that's going to be everything for today. That's going to be everything on Ranger, and this might be the last time we play as a Ranger, but yeah, it was a lot of fun, really interesting, and it really feels good getting our arrow combat skills up. So there we are at 440. It's really high, and I think Ranger has the highest archery ability, I believe. But now that we have our skill up on that, we can always try some archery at some of the other job classes as well. And maybe if we have a bow equipped, we might be able to use that weapon skill as well. So we can try out that Imperial Arrow. It should be pretty good. Yeah, I liked playing around actually with Ranger quite a bit, and there's a chance that I might look into Ranger as a job class to play in as for another game in the future. We'll see. There's a little hint of something that might come. Alright, but that's going to be everything for today's episode on Ranger. Thank you everybody for watching today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel by clicking on the link below. My name is Oko, and I'll see you guys all on the next episode of our playthrough of Final Fantasy XI. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have yourselves a great day. Bye for now.